welcome back. We're now on episode 16 of the walkthrough. So we initially planned on working up here, and that's really what I want to do. But we're gonna go knock out Castle Redmain because I just don't think it's gonna be fair if we're all running around with Somber 10s that people that don't have PlayStation Plus can't get. So what we're gonna do is just knock out Castle Redmain. So when we go over here and do the invasion and we trigger Radon, we're not going to be worried about it. No one's going to be upset about it. And like I said, it doesn't matter anyways. It just means you have to kill Radon before the castle. But to make sure we don't upset anybody and we keep everybody happy and get all the possible stuff and, not worry about it at all, we're going to jump on over to the Impassable Great Bridge. Go ahead and take out Castle Redmain now. And then we'll be able to go to the Altus and show everybody how to do Varre's quests in offline mode. So everybody will be able to get the Pure Blood Knight's Medal. So, just like before, always to the left. Then we got me there. That will burn you up on the ground if you land, wrong spot. You see what I'm saying? Usually you got some time in between them. I don't know what's happening like that. And also usually, like after the first two, it's not really a problem. I'm gonna go ahead and go shield up here. These guys are still, higher level than what we're used to, but once you get in the castle, it's not like it is out here where like there's 10 of them on at once. I know, I guess, yeah, it's level ain't that bad. Their movesets and their damages, but their health isn't the worst, so see, a couple hits, not really worried about it. We got this. Honestly, Kaylee's really not that much higher level than Liurnia, if it is at all. I want to say it is. It probably is a little bit, but not to the point where we're over our heads here. Everybody, look, 3 hits, that's it. This is only level 4 when it could be actually level 5 by now. Guard counter this guy is the best bet. He's pretty ferocious. He is definitely a very ferocious guy. He can put out a lot of damage. Now we've already went behind here and got the smithing 3. We're not worried about doing that. Like I said, we already got it. We already got a lot of this stuff actually. Alright. Just like before, run straight across. So you can get behind the ballistas and not get hit with them. Now we just get off the horse, go over here, get this guy out. That's what I like about it. Now we're just like, we're behind everybody. It's not really a concern. Alright, now the troll can be a bit threatening. So now he's got a fire sword, he's got a lot more health than what you're used to. He's still a troll, but he's definitely more... see, 2 charge heavies didn't quite do it anymore. But he's definitely beefier than any other troll we've faced up to now. Try and get them heals in play, that's all. Oh, the charge attacks and the jumping attacks, he should drop by now. Not to say, asshole, damn. Of course we don't get our critical. I love when it's just out of the critical, guys. It just makes me so happy. You're fighting a challenging ass enemy, it takes you forever to drop them, and that's the kind of bullshit they hit you with. You know what I mean? It's just kind of fucked up. I really wish they'd fix that. We already got the smithing 6 from down there. No need to worry about it. Oh, okay, I got lucky. Don't do that. Usually I jump on the platform and then jump off, and I was like, oh, we already went up there, there's no need. But yeah, don't do what I did. I just got extremely lucky, obviously. We're working our way up to the back. Now we already did this before. We got the scarab. So if you haven't been following along, you will be able to get the scarab up here. That's going to give you flaming strike. Phenomenal Acid War we've had since before you even started the game. I kind of purposely went here to get that Acid War for everybody. I mean, there's other stuff here we grab, but the main reason we came here is for flaming strike. I went and got one fire Asivore, and I got one ice Asivore. So pretty much every class would have something. You know, obviously, one got starter weapons and upgrades, but yeah. We wanted to get at least one fire and ice Asivore at the beginning of the game, to just have uses for certain enemies. You know, fire is good for the miners. Horde Frost Stomp's a good AoE to help clear out mobs. So, you know, there's a purpose for everything we did. Now, what does suck, if you notice, we were completely out of heals. So just run, jump across. We already took these guys out, Harpy included, so we already got the Golden Room 6, I think it was. It was a 9 or a 6. Well, let's think. Golden Room is 3,800, so Golden Room 10 is 5,000. So yeah, there's the Golden Room 9. Then you'll get the Scarab for the Asivore down there. Like I said, we don't have any more heals after going through that. But it's going to be fine. We're not too far from the side of Grace. I'm about to open a shortcut as well. Okay. Alright, then we're going to go right. You guys are, yeah, you'll be able to get up to the side of Grace. You listen to what I tell you to do, and you're out of heals like me, you'll be able to do it. Like, if you just don't fight this guy and run behind him. If you only have one heal, I'll fight him, but if you only have one heal, don't fight him. If you have to, just get your guard counter, make sure that you're letting off of the block in between. You only want to hit that up right before you're about to get hit. Otherwise, you're going to run out of stamina. So if he's about to hit you, put it up, get your guard counter. Other than that, let it off so you know your stamina isn't getting messed up. He's the biggest threat you're going to face until you next side of Grace. Now, there is two of those big lions. You have to fight both guys at the same time. But we're going to be able to just run right past them for now. You know what I mean? We'll deal with them later. Notice the enemies here work a lot more runes. Because we're in a higher level place than we were. Even though the enemies aren't really stronger, you know, not really, a little bit. Alright, so this door right here will be a shortcut, so if you do happen to die, you guys, when you ever get to your back, just go right up your stairs now, and you'll be fine. Also, if you kept the same tiers for your Flask of Wondrous Physic as I did for early game, which was health and stamina, you should have an emergency heal there as well. And we'll be changing that really soon now that we start picking up good ones, because we got magic shrouding and shit like that. So, get your page. If you're struggling with them, just guard counter them. Guard counter is good for keeping you protected while you're, you know. I guess we'll run for the side of Grace first. There's some stuff there I was going to go ahead and get, but for now, just run. Behind these boxes, there's going to be two guys. Just run through them. Run. We're going to go this way. Get to the left. Get right here to the left and wait for your window. He's going to try to come get you and probably get hit by fire. Oh, we didn't this time. Good for him. Alright, now you just gotta wait for your window, guys. You know, it's not bad, it's not bad. Remember, there's a guy over there, and there's three in front of you, so. He came out. God, that thing takes forever to go off. What the fuck? I think that's one of the reasons I don't like katanas. As much as I do actually like them, it's more about the fact that I don't like the heavy attacks, and I do a lot of heavy attacks, you know what I mean? Now, we're already up to the boss fog. So as far as just like general progression, like there's your boss fog, but there's other stuff over here to the right. But we do need to go back down the other way. I just didn't want people to have like a long ass run back, so if they're, you know, scared to get the side of Grace. But yeah, there's still like somber stones and cookbooks and weapons, and that's all before we even get to the other side path. just kind of working our way back. Let's go ahead and go up here first. So up here is going to be a smithing 5. I think it's 2 smithing, no. Well, for one, there's a flamberge, which is a really nice greatsword that has innate blood loss, so you can put other stuff on it too, which is just phenomenal. Besides that, we have a pumpkin head, smithing 5. I want to say there's 2. There's 2 smithing stones. I just don't know if those 5. Ooh, guard break. Yeah, put him down. You drop your helmet, yeah. Damn you. I'll get that fucking helmet. You better believe it. So there's flamberge. Outstanding weapon. I even used that like end game. It was completely badass. Yeah, so smithing 3, then up the towers to smithing 5. I knew there was at least one smithing 5 here. I guess that's gonna be nice too, because we'll get a few smithing 5s over in the area. Not many, but we'll get a few. And then, you know, that's going to allow us to get a few more upgrades. So if I stay with, you know, the Uchikatana, after Caled, it's probably going to be like plus 16. You know what I mean? With the few 6s we grabbed, and we'll have enough 5s. Now 5s, you're not going to walk in a tunnel and go find 12 5s, you know, but you can walk in a tunnel and get like 6 of them. Then in Caled, there's like a few more on rocks here, and a few more laid throughout. Then the Urnia and the Legacy Dungeon, there's 2, and a tunnel we're about to do, there's 1, and then there's 1 outside of that tunnel. So, you know, that's what I was trying to tell you guys as far as getting those weapons up. As long as you are going through the game and actually doing all the content, you'll be able to find those later tier smithing stones. It's like 1 here, 1 there, and they add up to allow you to get, you know, weapons really up there pretty early on, especially when we do the underground. Alright, so from here, we're going to go on up here. So this episode's going to consist of not just Redmane, but we're going to do Redmane, and then we're going to go to Altus now that it will be safe and we're not worried about Trigger Dawn. We're going to go up there and show you guys how to do Varre quests offline. Redmane's not going to take a whole episode, as we're only 12 minutes and we're halfway through it. So, yeah, but I'd say after we did these guys, we're halfway through it. So the best thing to do is just run for this room. We want something out of here anyways, but if we can pull 1 over at a time, life's going to be much, much, much easier for us. I planned on killing them when we first came in, but I was like, well, if I only have 1 heal, they probably only have 1 heal, and I didn't want to get anyone killed and give you a really long run. I got killed the 1 though. We did. I got the first one down. Now you see why I want to come get the Side of Grace. So I'm going to be careful as I'm not trying to lose the whole level. We got 20,000 runes over there. I mean, we're making such good time though. Gonna be okay. Okay, try our shit again. Probably gonna go with the shield this time. First thing I'm doing is run back for my runes. And we fought one of these guys before. They're actually not that bad when you're just fighting 1, but when both get involved, you're kind of looking at something different. We're gonna stack that heavy attacks, try to get your guard counters. But mine plays it out a bit different. I do want to take the damage because know. Sometimes that happens, and sometimes it doesn't. Alright. Heal before we get smacked. It's actually really easy to dodge. I just really want that heal. So when he does that, remember I told you guys to spin around him? It was like, it's about to be me or you, buddy. We ain't both walking out of this. We're going to the last hit here. So they did get us 2 more somber 4s, which is nice. You guys are going to be able to probably get, at this point, if you found somber weapons, 11 ones, 11 2s. You see why I wasn't worried about fighting 3 crystallines for a somber 2 that last time they didn't even drop for me anyways when I was taking notes. And just to bring that up, we talked about it last episode, guys. So, over here, when you go by the open air, there's like some rocks, and you can go between those rocks into like a back section under here in the swamp. There's like 3 crystallines sitting around. You used to kill all 3 of them and get a somber 2. It's just a somber 2, we have 11, and when we go up to Carrier Manor, we're going to get at least 15 more. So, I mean, it's more somber 2s you'll use in 2 playthroughs. But regardless, it was content, so I was going to cover it, but when I took notes, they didn't even drop it anymore. You know, they don't drop it anymore, or glitched or whatever, so I just didn't find it worth the time. But I figured I would mention it in case people aren't following along, which is perfectly fine, but, you know, I want to let you guys know stuff. The only thing that really works on these guys is fire and flip off. You don't have to kill them. Most of the time they drop nothing, or they drop blast shards, but sometimes they do drop smithing stones. It's just rare. We did run through and get the other item. Yep. Red main fire pot. Yep. So we got the cookbook out of there. We already got the flame burst, the smithing 5, the smithing 3, the 2 smithing 4s from the lions. Beast blood and all that stuff. So the only thing we have left is coming up here. Oh, did we already grab that too? Oh, we must have done the way over. Okay. See, because I had this place when we were going to do it. We were just going to go, you know, when we first came in, go down, take them out to move this way. So I went off notes a little bit. So, you know, I forgot we grabbed that because we did it out of order. Now we know that building's also cleared. There's only one path left to take. And it's going to lead to us getting this really, you know, it's another good thing about us coming up here for base build. We're about to get another wet knife that lets you add different affinities as fire and flame arc to pretty much any weapon you want, unless you're using like a frostbite reservoir, obviously. But yeah, it's gonna be really nice. I'm only doing this so you guys can do Varre's questline offline. I wouldn't even think about the great weapons and, you know, all that stuff. So it's gonna be nice for multiple reasons. And you gotta do this eventually at some point. Might as well be safe now. We can go to Altus, get something really good for Dex Arcane builds, as they don't have any choices. We can do an offline quest for Varre, for, you know, people in offline mode to make it fair and everybody have access to the Pure Blood Knight's Medal. And we could, you know, we could honestly just grab a couple gold seeds while we're up there. I don't know if I'm gonna, but I mean, why not? If we're passed by them, we'll grab them. That's the Red Hot Wet Blades, like I said, lets you add 2 more affinities now on fire and flame arc. The flame arc gets fire damage, but it gets space scaling instead of whatever the scaling would naturally be. So if you run like high faith, as long as you have enough strength and dex to use the weapon you're using, flame arc's going to get you a lot of damage scaling off the faith scaling. It might be time to get some upgrades. Oh yeah, we were talking about our somber stuff. So 11 ones, 11 twos, 3 threes, 4 fours. Fortunately, there's only 1 5. I do believe we can get another somber 5 here. I don't know if you have to wait until the Verdun Festival or if we can get it now, but I do know that there is another somber 5 at the end of this place after the boss fight. So it's just doing this as 10 benefits I, you know, wouldn't even thinking of. I knew it was here because it did notes, but I just wasn't really thinking about it because that wasn't the main goal, you know. I'm almost out of health, so I'm not gonna fuck with these guys too much. Dry frame. Definitely switching to the skills to this asshole. Just to play it safe, guys. I highly suggest y'all do the same. I don't know why I forget about that. I know he's gonna do that back swipe. Like, I know for a fact he's gonna do it. Yeah, I keep like not thinking of it. This is Smith 6. And we officially cleared Red Main Castle besides the boss guys. So like I said, just quick, easy, didn't take us too long, 20 minutes. Now we have a boss fight, and this boss fight is challenging. That's really the only thing I was worried about, but I do believe we can do this fairly easy. If you can't, you can do this after we're done. It's no big deal. At least you got everything that was to get out of the castle besides one weapon from the boss fight. You know what I mean? Now, I would suggest a parry shield and whatever summons you have. If you have some upgrades in the summons, even better. This is a double boss fight. One is going to be that Leon Misbegotten guy that's really spazzy and can be a pain in the ass, as you well know. And the other is a Crucible Knight. So, fun shit. But since we're doing this, let's go slap some upgrades in our weapons, see if we can upgrade some kind of summons a little bit. I usually don't upgrade the summons because I don't use them. Oh yeah, so after you go to Alvin Eric's and get the Tree and House Medallion, it's just gonna fight you. It's not really a challenge, you know, just kill him, get your little 100 runes, great enemy felled. He's called a great enemy because it's, you know, a secret. If you didn't find the half of the medallion, you weren't exploring, then you wouldn't have, you know, this wouldn't have happened. So he's technically a great enemy, but not really. Now that's going to get you clinging bone, just like a fist weapon. It's Ashabor lets you steal some health. Then you get his armor. Now when you're really low health, that will, you know, give you some health. Like restore it, but it's very slight and it only works when you're about dead. So it's not really that useful. It is a light set of armor though. Probably the first armor set we actually ran into. I wouldn't wear it, but... So... Definitely use this armor 5. I know we're getting more in a few episodes. Not worried about it. This one, I have 14 threes. That's enough for one weapon. That's the weapon I want to stick with. That's the thing. But I guess at any point in time, I felt like squeezing in one tunnel in Altus, we go get the second bell bearing and have unlimited 3s and 4s, and we'll get plenty more of these. I guess I'm not really worried about it. 4s. We'll get 12 more 4s. I'm not worried about it. We're just going to leave it at plus 12 for now. I think that's good. Save my 5s. So after 4s, they start getting pretty rare, guys. Just want to let you know. What else do I have? I have 121 FP. I could use one of the big boys. So I could use Banished Knight Oleg, who's a beast. So if you notice, this is like your special ashes. Not all of them are legendary. I would go with Oleg. Plus 2 is probably good enough. So we have a good summons at plus 2. Basic weapon at plus 12. Somber weapon at plus 5. We should be good there. We have plenty of health. If you have a parry shield, it's a good idea for the Crucible Knight. Let's switch out our summons for Oleg. Oleg's a really good summons, guys. He really is. He's gonna sit there and try to fuck shit up. Although, unless you upgrade him, he's not going to have much health and stuff. So do keep that in mind. But let's go on in here and get started. So what you want to do is put down the Misbegotten as fast as you possibly can, guys. The Crucible Knight's not going to get involved for a second. So you do have a second to put this guy down. It's not long. Crucible Knight's coming, but see, he's already down. Give him the big ass sword. Finish him off. Now you're ready for Crucible night. Summons is going to kind of stay on his ass. That's going to help you out. Other than that, you work your parry system as always. Since you do have your summons out, run away. You'll be able to get that heal in. You know, he doesn't like to let you heal. Yeah, not too bad like this, you know what I mean? So Oleg does half his damn health. Goes. He's in the second phase. Heal. Roll. Get your heal. He's not a pushover, you know, but I do believe the method we have is pretty good. And he's done. So, strength boys. You're about to get the best weapon in the game for strength. One of them, top 4 for sure. You do need some intelligence, but it's worth putting that intelligence in, you know what I mean, to use it. It's freaking awesome. In fact, I'm going to put it on the show. I can't obviously show you how it really works. But it's a strength weapon. You need 16 imp. That's hardly putting any points in. I hate when people go, it's not a strength weapon because you need well, you barely need any intelligence though. 16, like that's nothing. Then you can stay on strength for the rest of it. So definitely more of it's a strength weapon through and through. You know? So you got the strength weapon moveset. Big, colossal sword. Fucking awesome. Obviously gonna make me fat roll, but then the Ash of War slams down, and it's gonna send a wall of like gravity rocks towards people. Really badass, similar to Blasphemous Blade. And the charge attacks, boom, every time. Look at that, boom, gravity magic. I mean, it's fucking phenomenal, and it is a legendary ornament you need to get your platinum. We're gonna rest up. Probably gonna pop some runes. I'm so close to a level here, so why not? That ought to do it. We're really close. Oh no, we're at 25 now. That's fine. Runes come and go. I don't stress about them like that. You're always finding them, you know. So. We need 4 more points to endurance. Be looking good. So from here, you can go on up. Now we don't have to worry about triggering Radon now, because the only thing that means is you have to do the castle second. We've already cleared the castle. We're no longer concerned with that. We can freely go into Altus Plateau and do whatever the hell we want to do. I'm not going to advise it. We want to try to, clear our areas as we go. But now we can come on over here, get another Somber 5 to replace the one I just used. And there's still 2 more we're going to pick up before we even get to Caleb, then a few more when we get to Caleb too. So don't stress it. We're in a good place to use Somber 5s. If you want to, just make sure you're going to like the weapon for a while. Now this is Jared. There's a Smithing 6 behind the store. We can't get to it till the Radon Festival. We go and talk to Jared. He's going to tell you about the Radon Festival.
Incidentally, it's true when the wolf, the mighty.
I love a good festival.
As you should. Then all you when the star.
But you can't do this until, after the stars are aligned. So pretty much until you trigger Radon. Now, with that being said, we can jump over the Grand Lift Adectus, and we are not worried about triggering the Radon Festival anymore. And actually, guys, if you're good enough of a player, you can now go here, rest, trigger Radon, take him out, use a Pure Blood Knight's Medal, go take out Bogue, and go to the DLC right now. You'd have to be extraordinarily good player to do so, but you could do it. You know what I mean? In fact, I don't think you'd have to be that good. Just upgrade Bloodhound's Fang. We're about to get a Somber 6. Put on Bloodflame Blade. Use Godric Trunarch to reach your stat requirements. Go in there, Bloodflame Blade. And Bloodhound's Fang. I think it's much easier with Mimic tier, but just doing that, you have a chance. Definitely have a chance. So right when we come here, we'll just be able to follow this road straight. And over here on the left side is going to be a side of grace. So we can go grab Golden Seed. And the map for up here. There's no need to do this right now, but at least having a side of grace would be nice. We're not worried about Radon anymore, right? So, have you even seen? Look at these enemies. They don't have much. They're pretty much like on par with the Earnia guys, damn near. Look at this. They're 2 hits. That's it. So you could do this. I just don't think you should yet. But yeah, you easily could. There's just other stuff that's going to happen. You know what I mean? That needs to happen. We just have a lot to do. A lot to do before we get here. But to make it fair for everybody, so they're able to come on up here and do Varus Quest offline, and we can all get the same stuff together at the same time. Because, you know, newer players are the ones who need it the most. So if they're not getting up to their Somber 10, it's just going to make it easier on the skilled players and harder on, you know, the newer players. We can't have that shit. So what we want to do, guys, is we want to get down here. We'll clear this camp way later. But if you want, in this cart right here is a talisman that's going to boost your guarding ability, so it'll help use the shield. So all we're doing is heading right in the middle of this camp, go straight forward through the water, and we'll be able to take an area up to go do Varus Quest offline. So pretty much there's a summon sign up here. So if you're playing offline, you can summon, jump into this invasion, do the invasion, go back, talk to Varre, and be just fine. There's Asher for arcane builds. And also in the same ruins that we can do Varus Quest offline, you also get a Dex Arcane weapon. So it makes the most sense to also get this to help them, as they don't really have any choices right now. If you're really struggling, there's a tunnel right there. Stone Sword Key, that is filled with Smithing 5s and 2 Strength Faith weapons. Like I said, we're 20, 25 hours away from this though, guys, just to be honest. We're not doing it yet, but if I can tell you guys some stuff you can grab to help you real quick, I'm going to do it. We're not going to cover it because we don't want to jump around like that. That's not how you play this game, and that's how you miss a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? So we're not doing that. But, like I said, it can still help people, so we're going to talk about it. Now this is a different church, and if you would have done Eurus quest line, that leads to a phenomenal Dex Arcane weapon with fire and blood loss, but you missed a step, so you can't do it yet. So just jump on this Spirit Spring. Here's taking both of those up, guys. So all we did was right here at the fork, went through the little ravine, Spirit Spring, turned around, hit another Spirit Spring, and that's how we got where we are now. So we're not doing this yet, we have to do it later. I'll mention it again, but we do want to do these ruins. So these ruins are going to be filled with blood loss dogs. I don't have to tell you how fast they can kill you. Actually, they used to glitch out and kill you way faster than they were even supposed to. So if you see them, kill them immediately. But like I said, if you see the damage we're doing here, it's not like we're in a bad spot to be here, you know. But we just don't want to do this yet. Now, on the far east side, you're going to get right here. You're going to see a 7 sign. Now this guy's going to be using Beast Claw incantations like we would get from the Bestial Sanctum doing Garank's quest. And these are ones you don't have yet because you haven't collected enough Death Root. They get pretty damaging, so shield's nice. And that weapon he has is a heavy hit strength weapon that has blood loss. So there's quite a few things to watch out for with this guy. All in all though, it's just not that bad. Careful with what you get hit with. And there you go. You get his weapon, Somber 6, Rune Arc, Furrow Crawling Fanger Remedy. There's your Rune Arc, Furrow Crawling Fanger Remedy. And when you come out of his world, he is going to drop a phenomenal strength weapon, Great Stars, and a Somber Smithing 6. Most importantly, it's allowing you to complete Varre's quest offline now, so you can jump back to Folly in the Lake. Now, we won't be able to do this. You know what I mean? I was just going to tell you, but it seems like these things always go better when you show people. So now, like I said, if you don't have PlayStation Plus, you couldn't do this online. We're just going right back to Rose Church. And doing that pretty much treats it just like you did 3 Invasions. So then, we've already did this last episode. If you weren't following along, just go look that up and you'll see, but it's so easy, you don't have to see it. All you do is you come back down here, talk to Varre. Like I said, he's going to treat it just like you did the 3 Invasions. Our Varre's gone because we did it. But then he's going to give you a cloth to go dye in blood. You go up here to Church of Inhibition, you dye the cloth in blood. You come back down, you have to fast travel, run up again, and then you'll go over dialogue. He's going to prick your finger. Then after that, make sure you exhaust his dialogue completely, and it will give you the Pure Blood Knight's Medal, of which we already did all this last episode, but we only covered online. Offline's a different method, which we just showed. But, then you get the Pure Blood Knight's Medal, and you'll be able to go to Mogwin Palace, and we did go over there, get the Side of Grace on the map, so we already have it. So now everyone's caught up. We're good to go. This episode's a little bit short, but that's all we wanted to cover. So next episode's going to jump on over to the Converted Tower. Then we'll go ahead and start doing this stuff. If I thought we could fit it all into 25 minutes, guys, I would do it. Let's see. Bosslet, the Catacomb, the Everdrill, the Belfries, and the Camp. Don't we want to separate this, though? Do we want to separate the episodes? Yeah, I was going to go ahead and do it because we probably could do it in that short of time. We really should, though. But I got Redmane Castle, I got Varre's Quest offline mode, and then that's just, yeah, I gotta separate it, damn it. I was gonna do it because then, like next episode, if we get done early, like we could start progressing Carrion Manor, but we won't have enough time to make it all the way through. So maybe next episode we'll get up to here. We'd have enough time to also take out maybe the top of the lake, and then save Carrion Manor and the tunnel. Because this is all that's left, guys. All we got left to do is this coast, which doesn't take that long, the top half of the lake, and Carrion Manor and a tunnel. On the top half of the lake, it's like you get a scarab, dragon fight, axe, most of it's just running around, very short cave, mystery tower, Side of Grace, scarab, loose loot, and that's it. Nighttime boss, death burp, but that's it. It just doesn't take that long. So, but yeah, we just have to cut one short. Sorry about that, y'all. But I just got to keep them separated properly so people know where to find episodes in case they don't feel like following along with the whole walkthrough. Trying to make sure we're looking out for everybody the best I can here. But either way, we're going to go ahead and wrap up here, and we'll be back shortly to pick up with the western edge of the Earnia.